Right, well, it's time to say hello to tonight's guests. One is an award-winning actor who's about to take on a role of a lifetime.
And the other is a legendary gardener who's just returned from the trip of a lifetime. It's Sheridan Smith and Monty Don.
Welcome both.
Ah, what a nice combo.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is very nice for a Wednesday. Now then, Sheridan, you must be pleased because we know that you're in the market for a gardener.
I actually am.
Perfect.
Wow.
I am. I mean, I'm rubbish at gardening, but I know I probably couldn't afford you.
I like that sort of talk. That's good.
But I'm very interested in it, and I think you're incredible. So, yeah, this is a real honour.
And do you have a garden?
I do, but I want to get, like, a summer house or, like, get it nice ready for the summer. But I don't know what to do
Have
with
you
it.
got a greenhouse?
No, I haven't got a shed at the minute, so
right.
I'm really rubbish.
Right.
These gardening questions.
We've got a long chat that
There's
needs to happen here.
Right, Monty, talking of gardens, your show starts on Friday. Now, Monty, he's been on an epic road trip around Spain to show us the country in a very different light. But before we talk about it, let's have a look.
Spain's history is deep and complicated, and its landscapes, climates and cultures have huge diversity. And in this series, I want to get under the skin of the country by visiting as many gardens in Spain as I can.
That's my screen.
Looks very nice, Monty. I mean, as you can see, it's not like your usual trip to Spain, holiday on the beach. What impressed you kind of most about what you saw?
Well, what you say is, I mean, everybody has this idea. Most people go to Spain at some point in their lives and they go on holiday, or they go to, Barcelona or maybe Madrid. It's a huge country. And to be honest, when we first started talking about it, we thought, well, there can't be that many Spanish gardens and they'll all be hot and they'll all be Mediterranean. It's so not true. It's so varied. And we discovered gardens indoors, outdoors, in mountains, in blasted situations where it's warm. The north of Spain, for example, is incredibly
You were
lush.
saying very green.
Yeah. And the gardens were beautiful, they were fascinating, we learnt a lot. The climate change, for example, is really affecting what they're doing and they're having to adapt. But it was a real eye-opener for me. Fascinating.
It looks so beautiful. You know, we're used to seeing you on Gardener's World with your four-legged friends.
Yes.
But in Spain, they use dogs, don't they, when they want to landscape gardens in some parts?
They don't use JCBs, they use dogs. No, they designed the garden. We visited a garden that was designed by dogs.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we've got some footage here.
In what way, Monty?
Well, what the guy did, I mean, I have to say that when...
They sit down with a pad and a
What's going on
pen.
here?
I thought it was going to be a joke, it's designed by... But actually, it was a serious thing. And a very good designer, what he did, he took his dog and he took the owner's dogs and he watched how they moved around the plot. And he noticed that they would sort of take mazy routes, but then when the doorbell went, they'd go dead straight and bark. So he watched the routes and then he planted around, leaving paths where they went. But the whole area is just one big planted area. And seedlings grow up in paths, and when the dogs move, he changes the paths. And so what you have is this very soft, subtle, instinctive movement around the garden. And actually, it works. It looks beautiful. And if you love dogs, which I do, it's fun. And the dogs love it, and it was really inspiring.
The path would be all over the place in my garden. The way my dog chases the tennis ball would be like,
Well, yeah,
zigzagged everywhere.
Crash through, but it was really interesting just seeing a different way of doing things.
Yeah.
Nice.
Coming at it sideways.
Fresh.
You're also really impressed, weren't you, with the kind of gardens in unusual spaces as well that you found out there?
Well, we found there were two gardens that really were extraordinary. Is the school. The school, fairly near the airport, which was built, modern building, really interesting architecture, but the gardens were built into the school. So that, for example, on the side of the building, there would be a big area with trees and plants, and then this huge plate glass window on the inside, so the children could see the birds coming in and the insects, they could see the plants growing, but not just a little window box, a big space. And at the same time, on the ground floor, the 5-year-olds were growing vegetables and then taking them to the kitchen where they're being cooked and then they'd eat them for their lunch. And it just was integrated. And what was extraordinary was that all of us, the crew, drivers, runners, whatever it was, just felt, wish I'd been to a school.
Yeah, that
Why
is the
didn't I go to a
dream.
school like that?
Absolutely. And Sheridan, like me, you love a garden centre.
I do love a garden centre.
I mean, it's the best place, tea and cake and a little walk around. It's a day out.
Perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
To come back with a little gnome or something when I'm...
But Monty, not you so much.
Well, last time I went to a garden centre, I got in and I was looking at a packet of seeds and suddenly over the tannoy it said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Monty Don is here."
No.
Oh,
So
wow.
I legged it. I
Did they pay you for a
No,
personal
they did not
Sneaky.
pay me.
Oh,
And so I don't go to garden centres so much. But it's a shame.
Oh.
It's a
That
shame.
is a shame. Never mind.
Well, Monty's new series, Spanish Gardens, starts this Friday, 8 o'clock on BBC Two and iPlayer. You can also find lots of episodes, of course, of Gardener's World.
And leave him alone if you see him in the gardening centre as well.
Yeah.
Right, Sheridan, let's talk about your brand new musical, Opening Night. Now, earlier today, you're actually performing one of the songs for the first time on Radio 4's Front Row.
Yes.
How was it?
It was exciting. It's the first time I'd heard the band, and Rufus Wainwright's written the music and his orchestration, so it was an exciting morning. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great.
Well, Front Row,
Yeah.
and we're very lucky because they've given us an exclusive clip. Now, this is the song Magic. Let's have a listen.
You gotta make magic, magic out of tragic. We are the sunshine that defines the moon. It takes a long time for the stars to get here. Don't wanna miss it in your dressing room.
Oh, fantastic. Do you know what? Honestly, Monty, no actress or actor comes on and looks as nervous as Sheridan when she watches herself. And she is so
Incredible,
super
yeah.
talented. But Opening Night, right, it's based on a film, isn't it, of the same name. What do you want to say about it, then, to those who aren't familiar with the film and the story?
Right, so it's about a theatre family, really. So it's about a play within a play, and it's about all this amazing company I'm working with. They all play different characters, like the director, the producer, the writer, and they're all putting on this performance. And the actress, in the centre, is having a mental crisis, and they don't know if she'll make opening night.
Oh.
So you just get to see all the kind of backstage and the dressing rooms and all the stuff that goes on to put a show on. You know, like we were saying earlier, weren't we, about the being in the wings and being nervous, and you don't see all that usually in a show. So this is like, and it's just the most amazing team, and I'm loving every second.
Oh.
And it's very exciting because the music and lyrics have been written by Rufus Wainwright, haven't they? Yes. And is it right that some of the songs are quite ambitious?
They are. I mean, the cast are the most amazing actors and singers, and Rufus has got a range of, like, I don't think there's anyone like him. So I'm struggling to get there, but I will get there. And I've been learning the songs for like a couple of months, and I've been singing lessons. So, but he's a genius. So it's his first musical. He's written operas and all kinds. You know, he's a genius. But this is really special. It's going to be a very cool new musical.
Nice.
Sheridan, me and Alex were talking before about some of the incredible roles that you've played and how brilliant you are in playing them. But you've actually said that this, it feels like it could be the role of a lifetime.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest role and the biggest challenge I've taken on. So
And there've been some huge
Yeah,
ones.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
I've been very lucky, and I'm very lucky and honoured to be working with these people. You know, it's just such a brilliant, seasoned team of professionals. So I hope I do them all proud, but it's going to be great.
It's not luck, is it? Let's be honest.
No, it's
Pure
really not.
talent, pure
And
talent.
you've got a new look, Sheridan, to get into character.
I mean, I'm trying to be more grown up. I've got different hair. But as the characters kind of evolving in the rehearsal room, they thought dark hair, so we changed that. And she's like, I play like a Broadway star, so I've got an American accent in it. Although it's very similarities to myself, but it kind of makes me feel a bit more glamorous, I think.
Yeah, it
Trying.
suits you. I like the brunette.
You've got that in the
It's
back.
nice.
You've got it.
Yeah. Now, after Funny Girl, which
Yeah.
was incredible, I don't know whether you saw it, Monty, it was brilliant, but you said that you wouldn't do any more musicals in the West End, and here we are again. So how are you sort of preparing yourself then? Because it's long, isn't it? And it's a lot of strain.
It is, and it's, doing 8 shows a week. I did Shirley Valentine when I came last time to see you guys, and that was a one-woman show. But, I mean, doing the singing and 8 shows a week, I hadn't planned on doing anything like that. And then this part came along, and I connected to it so much, and I knew it was going to be a challenge. But But like I said, I've got the most amazing team. They're helping me through, and I think it's going to be great.
Now, a lot of actors have pre-show rituals, don't they,
Right.
Sheridan? But there's something apparently you're planning to do after every show. What is
Well,
it?
there is, because it's fun, the musical, but it takes some dark turns, as you can imagine. But at the end, it's joyous again. So I think before we go on, I want all the company to like kind of have a big hug so that we can go into battle, leave everything on the stage, all the emotion, all the drama, and then come off stage and I'm just going to blast some music, dance and shake it off. That's what I'm going to try and do.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
good. You've actually been sharing your love of the theatre recently, haven't you, with your 3-year-old son, Billy. How does he... I mean, 3-year-old, that's saying... I don't know how to keep mine still for that long, I'll be honest with you, at 3. But how has he found it? Is he loving it?
Yeah, do you know, he's kind of understanding it now that Mummy's going to work and what I'm doing, because he keeps shouting out the window as I'm going, one song today, Mummy, then home. He's watching now as well. Hi, Billy. But yeah, he's starting to understand, and I took him to the theatre at the weekend to see Frozen, and he loved it.
Did he last?
He got a bit wriggly, yeah. I'm not going to lie.
I took it to 3. It was a challenge. It was.
Yeah,
but opening night is on at the Gielgud Theatre from the 6th of March, and tickets are on sale now. I cannot wait to see it.
Indeed. And you can also listen to Sheridan performing the song Magic from the show on Monday nights, Front Row, on BBC Radio 4 and BBC Sounds.
Now then, Monty, we have to come to you.
Feel like I'm in trouble.
Well,
Nearly are.
you might be.
You might be, yeah.
Okay.
Because,
Depends how you answer.
well, there are some rumours in the paper, I'm not happy about it, Monty, saying that you and Gardener's World, which is my favourite on a Friday, are parting company. Tell me this is not true.
Oh.
It is not true.
Yes!
There you go.
I will, all things being equal, unless I do something terribly wrong over the next few years, I will be doing it for at least another 3 years, including this year.
Perfect.
That's what everyone wanted to hear, Monty.
Exactly.
I've got time for some messages quickly, I think. Helen says, Sheridan Smith is the most beautiful singer ever. The best of luck with your new musical.
Thank you.
Oh,
so much.
lovely.
Thank you.
We've got lots of questions about box hedges, but we haven't got time. It's box
Oh,
caterpillars
dear,
are the
what a pity.
problem.
Being destroyed by caterpillars, apparently. Well, thanks to all our guests tonight, Sheridan, Monty, and of course, Matt.
I'll be back tomorrow with Roman, and we'll be joined by Anton Deck and actor Ian McShane. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.